Saturday, April 19th, live from Keeneland and Santa Anita. FanDuel TV is proud to host the 7th annual PDJF Telethon presented by Lanes End Farm. Celebrity jockeys from past and present on the phone to take donations to the Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund. Pick up the phone or make your tax-deductible contribution at pdjf.org/donate. Saturday, April 19th, follow along on FanDuel TV beginning 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 Pacific.
Welcome to an unforgettable Saturday here on FanDuel TV from the FanDuel TV studios in Los Angeles. I'm Todd Schrupp. Why is this day unforgettable? It's not even going to be the racing action you're going to see. It's because of this. It's our telethon day, the 7th annual telethon. I want to start with a story. It involves my career, which transitioned to my first major job at Calder Racecourse in South Florida back in 1992. In my time there, over 7 years, one of the strongest jockeys I would ever see was a jockey named Renee Douglas. When he walked out into the paddock, it was like watching an NFL linebacker in silks. When you saw him outside of his silks, he was Superman. About 1992 is when I went to South Florida. In 1996, I was a researcher on ABC's Triple Crown series. And that year at the Belmont Stake, there was a horse for Dwayne Lucas named Editor's Note, who had kind of a up and down spring. Gary Stevens was injured and Renee Douglas was named to ride. I told anybody who would listen to me, this is the rider Editor's Note needs. He needs a strong rider. No one can finish like Renee Douglas. And sure enough, he literally picked up Editor's Note down the stretch and won the Belmont Stakes. Fast forward a number of years later, he won 7 races in one day at Arlington for his career, nearly 3,600 wins. And then in 2009, in a stake race at Arlington, the unthinkable happened. Superman fell. He was involved in an accident that left him paralyzed from the waist down. I want everybody out there who has spent time in horse racing, who has been a fan for a long time, to think over the years about the jockeys that you've known and the incidents like that have happened. For Renee, he recovered his life and he has gone on to be a successful businessman. But there are many who need help, some who don't ride in the afternoons, some who are riding in the mornings, and there are incidents. And today, you can do that. You can donate by calling that number 1-844-884-7353. The Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund is there for those in need. So we've got phone banks around the country, jockeys you can call in and talk to and make donations. Yes, Winona Judd is one of the favored daughters of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, but my favorite is this one right here. Maria Montgomery standing by in the Keeneland Sales Pavilion on this special day. Hey, Maria.
Hey, Todd. Thank you so much for that shout out. You're exactly right. This is a very, very special day. We're here at the Sales Pavilion at Keeneland for the PDJF Fund. It is going to be a really special day. I'm really excited to get to talk to some of the jockeys myself. There's going to be several special guests here. As you can see, a long list of names over here. But the best part is anyone can talk to them. So whenever you call in, hopefully to donate, don't forget you can have a moment with those jockeys, like you said, the celebrities of the past, of the present, and get to ask them questions, get to know them. But of course, most importantly, while raising money for this awesome, awesome cause to give back. So I'm really excited. We will keep you tuned here. So lots of fun to be had and lots of money to be raised.
Yeah, thank you. And that is our phone bank located obviously in Lexington, Kentucky on the grounds of Keeneland Racecourse in the Sales Pavilion. We'll hear more from Maria. We also have a phone bank out at Santa Anita with racing starting a little bit later. We will be checking in with Christina Blacker there and the jockeys manning that center. Again, remember that number. However, there's a great incentive. So we've got a little wrinkle this year, and this is courtesy of owner-breeder Gary Barber. He called me up yesterday. He said, obviously, we all want to donate to this great cause. He goes, but let's have a little fun. He has an owner's suite at SoFi. If you have never been to one of the greatest wonders of the modern stadiums in all of sports, SoFi, that alone is worth the trip. But this is not the suite down on the field, not the suite on the second level or third level. This is the owner's suite. This is as good of a suite as you can get. And the week after the Kentucky Derby, Beyonce is playing SoFi. Gary Barber has his owner's suite, and he is giving away that concert. You have to make a commitment of your highest possible donation to the Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund. It's 18 tickets, it's 5 parking passes, it's food and beverage. If you want to have this Beyonce party, we're not providing any transportation there if you're from out of state. Reach out to me on X at ToddTVG. If I'm following you, you can direct message me in your DMs. Slide into my DMs, as the kids say. Tell me what your donation will be for this package, and that will go directly to the PDJF. Put that in your DMs. We're going to remind you over the next few hours, and we're going to stop the DMs at about noon, and then at 12:30 we'll let you know what the highest donation was for the Beyonce concert package, again, in an owner's suite at SoFi. Okay, there is the racing today, and we are all around the country. Eventually, we're going to get out to California, but early on, we've got our Keeneland coverage out there in Lexington, Kentucky. In fact, we also have Hot Springs, Arkansas, and a big day there. One of the richest handicap races in the country is later today at Oaklawn Park, the Oaklawn Park Handicap. Let's get insight with our crew in Hot Springs.
On Saturday, it's the 79th running of the Grade 2 Oaklawn Park Handicap, and with a purse of over $1.2 million, it is by far the richest race of the weekend you're going to see here on FanDuel TV. Joaquin Jaime, Matt Bernier with you from Hot Springs, Arkansas. We'll talk about that race in a moment. Let's start in race number 6, where 3-year-olds are going to headline the Bathhouse Row, and the winner of this race gets berth into the Middle Jewel Racing's Triple Crown, that being the Preakness Stakes.
Pretty competitive field, not a giant field as far as numbers are concerned. I think a lot of people are going to look toward the outside with instant replay coming out of that Louisiana Derby. I'm more interested in a horse coming out of the Louisiana Derby that had an absolute horror show. If you read the short comment next to Caldera, it says stumbled early. Stumbled start is about as kind as you could put it. This horse basically went down to his nose. Draw a line through it. His runs 2 and 3 back, I think, are both very competitive in here, specifically the one where he broke his maiden at Oaklawn Park. I think Caldera can get back on the beam there tomorrow.
The big one later on Saturday is going to be the Oaklawn Park Handicap. That'll be race number 11. The high weight is going to be Skippy Longstocking. He'll carry 123 pounds, and he's looking to repeat in this race.
Good horse. He's in raging form right now for Saffie Joseph Jr. Saffie's also going to saddle up Alexander Helios, who came in and won just a couple months ago here locally. I think coming out of that Razorback, that's going to be a key race to me. If you remember, that was on Rebel Stakes Day. It was a day that Speed did very well. I think First Mission had the worst of everything. The pace didn't set up for him. He tried to rally from off of it. I think he gets everything in his favor here in this spot. It's 2-1 on the morning line. If we could get 2-1 right now, I'd take it.
The Bathhouse Row is going to be race number 6. The Oaklawn Park Handicap is going to be race number 11. We have 12 races in total. First post is going to be at 12:20 Central Time. We'll see you then.
Let's give some perspective to that purse that's going to be offered later today in the Oaklawn Park Handicap. There are entire race cards in the United States today that will not equal the purse money that is being given out in this race alone. But when you look at the richest races in the United States outside of the Breeders' Cup, look at how this ranks at Oaklawn. You have the Arkansas Derby there, $1.5 million. You got the Apple Blossom, the Rebel Stakes, the Oaklawn Park Handicap, all checking in at $1.25 million. The only race above them is the Pegasus World Cup Invitational on the dirt, a little over $2.9 million. But you can see why so many connections have traveled to Hot Springs, Arkansas, the purse money on a daily basis, and these incredible purses for their stakes series. We've got you covered all day long here on FanDuel TV. We've got the telethon for the Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund. We've got all the racing action around the country, and we've got our money back special. But it doesn't mean anything unless you opt in through your FanDuel racing account. And today, the money back special will have that insurance for you on Keeneland 7-9, Oaklawn Park Race 11, and Santa Anita Race 8. What a Saturday here on FanDuel TV.